Eaten alive. These fans are all riled up. Announcer here in Houston now, Bob Ford.
Remove your caps for the presentation of our nation's the color guard from the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Please welcome Emmy Award-winning and multi. And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, say, can you lie? What so bright lights last gleaming? Oh, the perilous fight gallantly streamed. Gave proof through still there. A spangled banner or the
It's about time for Game 6 to get going. Joe Davis, John Smoltz have the call when we come.
The scene shifts back to Houston, Texas. Phillies took an advantage in this series. World Championship. Joe Davis here in Game 6. We've got a Game 2 rematch. A great pitch.
Yeah, we do. And Valdez dominated that first match. Wheeler, on the other hand, was shocked early. 2-runner. But the key's going to be, I think, for the Phillies to advance. 2 and 3 hitters have really struggled. Look for Real Muto to.
There is some breaking news in the middle of this World Series, and it affects.
Big loss for the Astros. Yuli Gurriel out with just one strikeout. It was by far his best. Realized he couldn't play. The Astros are replacing and added a third catcher to their roster, Corey Lee. DH in this game, that's Christian Vasquez. Martin catchers. Joe?
As they go World Series, Real Muto, it's good. Cool and calm.
Valdez gave them exactly what they needed.
It was all for the Phillies.
The Astros.
Justin Verlander gets off the side.
It goes back to Houston. Wow! Out of here!
And you, what you playing for tonight? Of a ring, your place in the game. They'll recall what you were. What? Yeah, you. Big hit. No hit. Eat for you. You gotta be cool, or you wouldn't be here. You got a shot. It's on you. Big time. Fox.
Is on Fox, presented by Capital One.
Thanks, Joe. Game 6 break of Dusty Baker. In 2002, his the World Series and lost. The next year, his Cubs and lost. Last year, his Astros. Dusty Baker, it's missing. No man has managed more games without Rooney. Brings him back to a game's chance to make history. Joe.
Those are the toughest moments. Taking the last breath out of anybody. It's like he's got the right man for the job. Framber Valdez. And what a difference a year. He's got the best of him. He failed to make it through the third inning in either. Against the Phillies, pitched into the 7th inning. Took out 19 over 11+ innings.
Yeah, this guy's turned really. He's learned to have a great heartbeat on the mound. And if same thing he did against the Phillies to have that success.
Here in Game 6 will look like this. Kyle Schwarber to lead it off as the 7th hitter and second baseman. And with the lefty on the mound, they do go with.
The interesting thing is his last game, RPM was revved up. Now you can imagine in a game, you cannot think about that if you're a Game 6 starter up. Team is one way a win from winning a World Series.
And emotionally.
Well, emotionally, when you're having your leash is quick and you just want to pass the baton on to the guy, this is when you get selfish and say, I don't want anyone else to pitch.
Pitcher had gone in a World Series game in 3 years when he took it in.
He was pitched to last time, got a lot of fastballs early, but Schwarber should be ready to hit a fastball.
From their second World Series in 6 years, the Phillies Game 5 with a home run stands in. Valdez rocks and fires, and off we go. With Barksdale not giving Framber Valdez a low strike, not give pitchers many low strikes.
Right, and what in the zone. That's Pop leading off the game, and he attacked him with some fastballs, and then late. But he pitches off the extreme. I saying rubber when he's getting. That's what the angle he wants to right there. That shows you the balance he has.
1-1 pitch. That's taken low. A check swing.
But maybe the barrel stayed behind the plate.
On a 1-2 pitch, Schwarber takes I think everybody thought it was strike three. Besides,
wow. I mean, this is. He's like, okay, all right. He better.
All right, so a gift for Schwarber. Can he on 2-2? That's ball 3. 12 of the 42 curveballs he threw in game 2.
How good it is, and that just speaks to him. And he's got a.
Here's his payoff. So perhaps a key call.
You know, a pitcher is going to get frustrated because you're mind 3, but you got to make a couple good ones. He let that one out of the zone. Things before,
and that is where his ability to move on from a bouncing ball to get the out at second and to erase it.
And it's something going. He has been really struggling at the bounce it to a defense that's outstanding.
They've been tracking 5 years. Framber Valdez has the highest ground distance. The Phillies in game 2, a lineup that's relied on home runs for a lot of the season.
Last at bat that JT had in his last game, typical at bat.
Almost helped him come back in that game.
That click of the bat going, but it's the approach that'll get him really good.
And the issues.
And again, we talked game and just the battle he's been through is effective.
He was tied the game with a double, won it with a home. On a 1-1 from Framber Valdez, Real Muto shoots it down the line.
Again, this will be the game that his sinker's good, the touch is there, double play ball, but he is juiced up, no doubt. Of the Phillies, because they got to get on for that guy. Pitched him perfectly, but the reason they can do that is
7 runs in game 3, the game where they tied a World Series record game since. On a 2-2 pitch, Real Muto takes ball 3 and actually in front of Bryce Harper.
And this will be, you see the curveball that catches the top of his foot and got him out with curveballs late. Fastball on this first pitch, if that's the same game plan.
Postseason run Harper didn't reach base was the one against Phil. First pitch. Getting play, Jeremy Pena. What a poke. Come to bat when you come back. Top Yuli Gurriel is not in the game. He injured as catches. It's the first time all year that's going to clinch a world championship against overpowering. And a big part of the reason the Phillies wasn't the same.
Yeah, he wasn't the same. He had ran into, and that really set the stage for the game. And he never some adjustments early. I still first pitch fastball in. That's for sure.
Yeah, that'd be a good 97-98 is where Zach Wheeler wants to be. 5 in game 2. And here's the guy who Altuve doubled on the first pitch of the game. Ball 1 at 98.
Extra day rest and his ability to look at
over his last 5 games. Watches the strike, 90 back to being himself.
Yeah, he's hit some mistakes, which has gotten him. He'll beat you to right field if you're any pitch field. Nation game, and he knows it. And
home of the 1-2 pitch. Fastball at 98. Home run of the postseason. He's hitting 3. And he's making a push to become.
I call it in-bat adjustment. I mean, slow everything down.
Sosa. 2 out.
On opposite sides of the rubber.
The 2 gone. Icing to Kyle Schwarber. He's got it. And
so far, it's been a decent approach.
Off against Framber Valdez. Use a double play ball
for strikes.
Eaten alive. Back-to-back takes from this guy. Yeah, that remains
in the zone a long time, even though it ends up out of swingers.
3 straight curves, 1 and 2.
Defensive spot because there's nothing.
Home of the 1-2. It's that one just foul, and he was
foul right before the bag. The umpires are all doing their job. It's a tough job.
Another 1-2 pitch. A fastball. Look at the Astros defense here for game 6. Flanked by Alvarez and Tucker. Hadn't played first base period since October 5th when he went away. Alec Bohm.
That's the approach you got to have. Easier to set.
To the game for the Phillies. One away in the second. A man aboard for Gene Segura, who takes a strike. Those hits in game 5 against Heaters. 1-1 series with the recent caution. 1 Valdez to Segura with a 1-2. It's a late swing to Lance Barksdale. Gets home plate today with Crouch Breaker. That curveball this postseason. Here's another 2-2. It is strike 3 as the curve. Hard to come by. He starts against left-handed pitcher 12. 1-0 here in the major leagues and really got it going down this. On a 1-0 from Valdez. Fielding takes ball 2. At first, 2-0 to the plate. Low for ball 3. Years gotten better and better, and he misses ball.
So see if he stays with that same play.
Sosa got a first pitch fastball in the World Series, and so 0-1. A crack at the wall. He's sky scraping. Nothing, and Alex Bregman leads off against Zach Wheeler.
He's gone into.
Goes. He's retired the first 4.
Sosa got the curveball that I was talking about. As the big
one gone in the second inning. Kyle Tucker
in the lineup.
Oh, he shows bunt
to go to get outs if I get into a jam.
The All-Star takes inside, and they've scored 18 runs in the 5-game. Perfect. 1-2
for you. The velocity's back.
On 1-2. This is up and away, and the other
fastball that's a non-competitive pitch
is 2-2. Check swing foul. 2 from Zach Wheeler.
Now Zach was trying to.
Wheeler rocks and fires. Try to come to the bat. 9 pitches to the. There'll be a 10th.
Get a chance to see it a little bit.
On the 10th pitch, Tucker, tenor of the game for Houston.
Well, that was a see if he can work through that. Can swing over the top when it bounces.
Tucker aboard with 1 away. First one to Vasquez.
Strikeouts are going to be inner half.
0-2. Tucker at first has good wheels, good base steal. 4-3 and a double. Kenny, who's been in this exact situation of team. They were down 3-1, so passing on that experience. Schwarber takes ball 2.
Their statement really have one game at home to win one can happen. So if I'm the Phillies, that's games to win one. We're good.
2-1 pitch. Schwarber takes right 2. The last time, first-year manager Rob Thompson has got. Schwarber starts the 3rd and takes strike 3.
Into this inning, Valdez had not thrown any force as the game plays on.
And now have to have a shot. Strike on Hoskins.
Will do, but this part of the lineup is Harper.
What's up?
You just hope something.
1 ball, 1 strike. Rhys Hoskins takes his best games this postseason have come after him with 4 strikeouts. For a defensive play, Rhys has another 3 strikeout game. Going to pick himself up again. He's worked at 4.
Still got to stay disciplined. If you're Valdez, you.
It's foul. It's the second one, John. We've had right down. Valdez turns and deals. Hoskins watches strike 3.
And then it drops in for a strike. That you might be able to hit it.
Curve misses to Real Muto. 1-1. An intriguing one with that curveball. And their hopes on here in the World Series. His 2-1 pitch is a fastball for so far. 2-2. Strikes out the side. Tex-Mex here in Houston, where we go for the Astros against Zach Wheeler. He is strike 1.
Originally from Houston, big baseball fan. We're pulling.
0-1 pitch to Mancini is bounce foul. He's got a great and feel real at this point. 3rd, here's an 0-2.
Wheeler just to tease him even more to say.
Outside with a fast hits against Zach Wheeler so far. Deals 2-2. Cracks his back.
So an already bonus for the
2-2. Fast Mancini with his first hit of the postseason.
Wishing he had gone back to the.
Chaz McCormick takes ball 1. He broke, soaking it all in with that new bat. Swings and misses. And we go down. Chaz Chop they've started doing here as McCormick, who leaves the fastball upstairs.
He can't create a lot of traffic because he's got a bat flying over his head.
Now McCormick on 3-2. Wheeler out at second.
Been able to have a hit and run slap.
Strike one. Home from Wheeler. Maldonado takes inside 1-1. Pitch. Alec Bohm's got to hurry. Justin. Is that even as Altuve has gotten it going late?
Zone and swinging at bad pitches when you jump it.
1 ball, no strikes. Longest tenured Astro. Trying to put him in front in game 6. He's ahead 2-0.
Plate with a base open.
And now on 2-0, it's pinpoint and strike. 2-1 pitch. Altuve. Strike. Scoreless. Fouls it off.
He at 42%, meaning that's
all he's thrown. Altuve. He struck for the Phillies. No score to the 4th break. First pitch curve strike
with nobody on. Now that might not.
That one's a little.
Cardinals on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball.
On a 1-1. Knees are buckled. He must have felt. He came back better than ever. On a 1-2 pitch. Harper gets another breaker and takes it.
The internal radar gun that hitters have with the.
On a 2-2. Harper swings and misses.
Eats them up. Look at the movement. That's right down.
For Framber Valdez in 15 innings.
After a walk. Last year, acted this year. But I had no chance.
0-2 to Castellanos. Back foot. Misses.
And the slowest.
His 1-2.
Oh, no, did it go?
No swing. Reds. Only 12 home runs in his. Another 3-2. Castellanos got to be careful here. Did it on the first pitch his last time. First pitch here. There's a curve for a strike.
Harder, more of an encouragement. Come on, let's go.
For Kyle Tucker. That's a 1-2-3 4th inning. The People's Champ bringing us back from.
Have as many pitches because he's still got another half inning to pitch.
Wheeler comes home. Jeremy Payne.
I think somebody's aggressive. It usually calls for.
Cutter to the corner for
the offense. You got to keep them quiet, and they have.
They might not get out of the division series with it. Pops this one into shallow center for Sosa. And then in the 5th, this guy here, Alex Bregos, in the World Series in his career. Swings and misses.
Can beat you in where you're really good.
This ball's in here. Another fastball. It's Wheeler tries again. This time a spinner, and he's out in front.
We're in a tight game. That's
on the verge of elimination. Tabula charges and gets Tucker. Game 7. Astros on the verge of a title. 7 straight. 5 Ks in there.
Valdez. Now, if they're offense, what a lift that would be.
It's easy play for Jose Altuve. Unique sinker, the swing and a miss slider. Away with the pitcher to strike out 5 in a row in a World Series. 2-0. Last guy to reach, he walked on 4 pitches. On this 2-0. Strike 1.
Over the course of time, you repeat those mechanics. And the only reason he has trouble trying to get ahead without really.
2 up, 2 down. Caught it right against the wall. Strike 1.
0 game in our elimination game. But when you have 2 pitchers doing.
Tonight, strikes out Edmundo Sosa. Game 6. Now the hardware is in the house. Wheeler comes home. Strike 1 with a fastball. Gene Segura and Vasquez the first.
Second to none. Late in game 5, Trey Man.
Euphoric feeling when you're struck.
Deadline pickup from the Orioles. He takes by the hands, and it's for 25 seasons. Managed. A lot of those guys watching this game from afar, pulling for the 1-2 to Mancini is fouled off.
You know,
another 1-2.
Oh, nope.
of the day. Beat his Giants the next night in Game 7. A 2-2 to Mancini. A good pitch from Wheeler. Way better than the wooden taste. Jazz McCormick with 2 gone. Takes a strike.
Strong. Wheeler stays with it. And signs of that being the case.
His 0-2 to McCormick. Fastball got him swing. Come back. The order for the Phillies. Kyle Schwarber to lead off.
Set up for the Phillies.
Bez has retired 10 straight. His first one to Schwarber's in for his 0-1.
The and the amount of breaking balls he throws. Sometimes
2-2. It's a
to the ball right there. And
on Astros.
On some of the pitches he got of a call that was the 3rd time.
Does it again in the post. Bregman with a bare hand. What a play by him.
In his mind and in spring training for most third basemen.
6. Framber Valdez gives up by 3rd.
You know what the best part about it? He didn't budge.
Much easier. They fell behind 3-2 in Philadelphia the postseason. Harper shows bunt and take
run. It allows him to starter gets in any trouble. He'll have his horses ready.
But he has answered all those questions. Harper. Foul. He nearly.
Verlander do it, grind out a win. We World Series.
Curve gets him to chase. His 3rd home run of the World Series for the first time. 1-0, bottom of the 6th, and ball 1.
Your team with a chance and a limit.
And off base runner feels like a rally and a
hit. And so certainly there was no question.
The batter was hit by the pitch. He's awarded first base.
First one, very high.
To stay with his game plan by
1 ball, no strikes. Altuve takes ball. And so Altuve's on, and Pena's. 1, Segura to first. Not in time. Series lately. He's 4 for his last 6. Wheeler to Pena. Outside ball 1. And he became the last hitter. He homered on this 1-0. Pena. Altuve heads for 3rd. Vierling's throw. In 6 games in this World Series. It's
pressure on the Phillies.
They've got Pena at first, representing the go-ahead runs. By a pitch. He was replaced by Pena. Has runners at the corners.
Situation as opposed to bases loaded. Keep this game 1-0, and Alvarado.
First pitch. Ground ball. Game 2 of the postseason. 5 for
all over that sinker. First pitch.
Here's the 0-1. Alvarez takes way outside. He's ahead 2-1.
Scenario is you go back in the inning.
A 2-1. Alvarez. It's a
in a series.
This game is turned upside down. A Titanic 2-0 on Alex Bregman. 2-0. Ball 3. If you'd hit for enough power, the park home run. Then he comes to the.
Well, I told you Dusty Baker was going to move down the first base line. Don't tell.
With the biggest swing of this World Series. A 3-2 to Bregman. Is in the dirt. That's ball.
A 500-foot down the line. Pull.
First home run since the division series. The matchup they wanted. Kyle Tucker. And it's unraveling on Jose Al.
Catching a home run ball. 0.
That is one you want to hold on to. Ball. 1-1 pitch. Ball 2 on Tucker. Bullpen comes in. 2-1.
Lefty on left and
full count. Phillies bullpen. Another 3-2. Tucker down swinging. It's going to do it for Jose. 1-0 deficit. Makes it a 3. Sir Anthony DeMille.
And it started.
It was a 99. As Bregman heads home, Schwarber can't run. Knocked in by Vasquez. Good range across his body and a legendary swing from Yordan Alvarez. Softball playing opportunities to youth and under had answers all year. In the 9th inning to erase a deficit. That's a strikeout. Or is this the World Championship? 1-2 on Nick Castellanos.
And timely hitting.
Neris deals Castellanos. Altuve says that he's got it and does.
Close the narrative of this unbeatable.
5 runs in 51 1/3, John.
Run, you think they could score. But it's a crooked number. And 6 of those.
Bohm, who's 1 for... He's 1 for 3. Next to the clinching game. Gene Segura with the bases empty and 2 out. Laid
Split finger, and then when he goes to the glove. There.
Got him. Hector Neris. Strange World in theaters November. Schwarber with a blast and it upside down. Vasquez 4-1 Astros to the bottom of this from that 2017 team. 3 positions.
This is a different team. Alvarez, Valdez, a different manager. Astros should be celebrated for who they are.
Eflin. That's fouled off. When the cheating scandal was revealed, he said, "We understand people still aren't going to like 6 consecutive trip to the championship series this year. Verge of an undeniable." A 1-2 to McCormick. In the dirt, 2-2. 2 in game 6. Back to 2 against the Angels.
Well, if you're start of the postseason, count it out.
Defied logic over and over. Swing and a miss. Like getting right on top of the plate. Strike one offensive players statistically in baseball. Guys on the team with his defense and with the wheels that he can provide you offensively. A normal spot in the box here.
Switch, anything. You don't see batters take a buddy move.
Into the barrel. Kyle Schwarber runs under it. 2 away. 0 for 3 with the Cubs without getting an RBI from Altuve in the postseason.
By the Phillies bullpen. Target. Hard.
And then you've got Ryan 5 times. Beg your pardon, 4 times they've seen. Eflin home with a 2-2. Altuve on his way digs it out. They're now tied. It's MVP case. 2 more hits in the 2-seam Perez, I guess. I mean,
no, it's Pena as much as I'm a pitcher at heart. And you got this guy playing every day and doing everything.
0-2 to him. Chase to breaking ball coming in. 8th inning, 4-1 Astros. And Bryson Stott will pinch hit for Matt Beerling. Strike 1.
Bullpen, a ton of horsepower. 98.
Caught it.
But still, when you're in, you got to have good
ahead of the top of the order. The Phillies since hitting 5.
Houston just happens to have a lot of.
Is 2-1. Is hit and goes under it, and Marsh is out number 2 in the. Of what he and the Astros hope is the. Strike 1. Wicked. Season 1 for 20. 6 home runs. Shows bunt with 2 strikes. Pop. Here. 2,093 and 2,000 wins. The only other guy that can say that, Joe Point, has the swing that they'll always talk about. Marsh into the game in center. 1-2 on.
In between there was some rough go. They were big swing of the series.
Down swinging here. Astros looking to add on a little bit here with the Alex Bregman. Spins this one back for the teammates and foes and all those players of the game. It's a list of who's who. And he's surely 0-2. Ball to get what he's always wanted. That's who he's going to think. 2-2 on Alex Bregman. Robertson's 2-2. Full count on Bregman.
They did it again.
Another 3-2 is Min. Schwarber grabs it. Oh, not in time, and a double.
Sweep tag across the bag.
Trying to add on here in the 8th, and here's your call.
Philadelphia will retain.
One ball, no strike. Sleek cool, that man. One ball, one strikeout in Game 5. Off day yesterday, came in a good. Looking for his first ring. Shot foul 1-2.
Oh.
And 2013. Schwarber will make the call and the catch. Ryan Presley coming on with the Astros. Ryan Presley, who got a 5-out save. This guy has been dynamite.
Yeah, he has, and it's really every closer knows. No matter.
Hoskins, who is 0 for his last 13, swings it.
Tie the game, but he has 3.
A little bit outside. Pitch. Bounce foul, and it's 1
time.
Astros 2 out. Fans deserve it. 1 gone. JT Realmuto. On deck circled in the form of Nick Castillo. Alvarez. The Astros are. There goes the runner. Tucker. This time they finish the job. Has his ring. It is 20. Everybody wanted him to get.
And Dusty Baker got out of his.
Maybe you weren't supposed to get that job.